opening week presented by Humana. Welcome everybody to Safeco Field. The sun has graced us over the last 30 minutes and we're happy with that as we get ready for game 2 of the 2018 season. Cleveland Indians in town, the defending Central Division champions in the American League. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew, glad to have you with us this Saturday afternoon. One of 2 Saturday afternoon games here at Safeco Field for 2018. Take a look at the lineups for today's ball game.
And today's starting lineup is brought to you by Manfred Francisco Lindor, the leadoff hitter for the Indians. Want to be careful with him, one of the best players in the American League. 33 home runs last year. Jose Ramirez hitting third in the lineup, 56 doubles. That led the American League. Rajai Davis and Brandon Guy are both getting their first starts in the series. Take a look at James Paxton last year. 12-game winner, ERA just under 3. 136 innings for James, 156 strikeouts for him. And look at the defense for the Mariners. What an ovation Ichiro was able to get in left field. In last night's ball game, Kyle Seager and Ryan Healy will lock down the corners on the infield, and Mike Marjama getting to start behind the plate again. Mike Zunino going on the disabled list, so Marjama getting his second start in a row. For James in his career, 30-20 overall, 3.28 ERA. That's in 74 starts on the season. Again for James, big-time fastball. His average fastball last year at 96 miles an hour. Curveball, slider to go with it, an occasional changeup.
Coming into this season, anytime there was conversation locally or nationally about the Mariners, it was about this fella, the Big Maple himself. Ladner, BC. James Paxton, can he get 30-35 starts? And the first pitch to open up the ball game is down low to Francisco Lindor. There were times last year where Paxton was clearly the best pitcher in the American League. He had a month of July 6-0 with a 1.37 ERA. It's 2-0 to Lindor, 3-time All-Star and switch hitter, one of the best players in the game. Seager on a dive, one down. Hit it hard, but Seager strategically placed it. Works out for the Mariners.
Couple of things on this play. First, Paxton, the fastball at 95, a good sign as you take a look at our Primera Supremo, and the swing by Lindor. It jams him a little bit, so a hooking line drive to Kyle's backhand. He's able to handle it.
Lindor 0 for 5 in the opener. Brings up second baseman Jason Kipnis. 1 for 3 a couple of nights ago. 2 for 5 career against Paxton. Home plate umpire today, DJ Rayburn. Sam Holbrook at first, Alfonso Marquez at second, and Jim Wolf at third. Pretty good heater at 95, 1-1.
And that's what you want to see for James. Talked to him in spring training. Went through a couple of mechanical issues that he had to fix. Felt pretty good about him at the end of camp. Another good fastball. We've talked about his arm angle at which he pitches from, and he made some changes with that last year, and that's when we saw the big velocity, that last fastball at 96. But really it's his front foot, his right foot when he lands on the mound. If he's comfortable with that, typically everything else comes together for him.
Can hear the folks up in the Maple Grove, and this one fouled back.
How about 98 here in the first? Good sign.
That's a very good sign. I asked Scott Service today, I said, I pointed to my head. What kind of frame of mind is a big fella? He's ready to go. Really liked the way his secondary pitches were coming around in his last couple of outings down in spring training. Here's a 1-2 to Kipnis. Back up just to the left of Rick Riz and Aaron Goldsmith.
First breaking ball from him. One of the other things that Scott talked about was the first inning. Early in ball games, and James just kind of feeling his way through the first. He wanted to see the big fastball 95 or better in the first inning, and we've seen that so far, topping out at 98.
Career best 136 innings last year. 1-2 pitch. Solidly stroked. Haniger on his horse. Got a chase here. One hop off the fence. Gets it back in, and Kipnis with a 1-out double.
Again, a pretty good fastball. He turns it around at 97 miles an hour, barrels it up. That fastball right in the middle of the plate.
So Kipnis is aboard at second base, brings up outstanding third baseman Jose Ramirez.
See the numbers from last year, 318 average with 29 home runs. Again, 56 doubles for him.
Fourth in the American League in hitting last year, and he's coming off a laceration of his left middle finger. Happened Tuesday at Chase Field. Diamondbacks wrapping up spring with the Indians. This one popped up. Healy's got room on the track, stays with it, makes the play. The 2 outs that'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion. 2 down here in the first. Against Encarnacion, where Margema had the catcher's interference the other night. His hand looked like it was just blowing up, and I mentioned, I said, Andrew Romine, you better get some equipment going. Talked to Andrew today, and he said he was in the tunnel scrambling, looking for gear. He didn't have a bag prepared. And as he's going up to gather something, here comes Mike Zunino flying out of treatment in the back. And at one point they looked at each other and said, "You going in or you going in?" And Mike said, "Hey, I'm ready. Let's go do it." They went down to the tunnel and was ready to come up. And Skip said, No, I don't need you." Then Mike said he got back to his locker and he said, "I had my undershirt on backwards. I had my pants on backwards." He was doing such a scramble to get ready. And he said, "Listen, I didn't want to subject Andrew to a situation like that. First time, big spot, opening night, and Felix on the mound and not knowing the bullpen." So he said, "Hey, I could have been a minimalist in there and maybe not swung the bat real well, but he would have been effective behind the plate."
Yeah, I heard Scott after the game, and he was talking about that. And he basically was going to go in and play defense. I don't think they would have even let him swing the bat at all. But the good news is it worked out. Mike Margema ended up having a great game behind the plate. And a nice job with Felix, as we mentioned, and a really good job with the bullpen overall.
And one of the other results of that is Andrew Romine now has a packed and ready catcher's bag.
One of the things that you don't expect is opening day in the first couple of innings. If you're not in the lineup, that all of a sudden you're going to be called on. You're not ready for that.
And about Margema, what was it, 3 hours before? No, not a few hours before the game.
Couple hours, yeah.
He's catching a bullpen out in the bullpen there. I think it was Mike Leake. 3-0 pitch here. Strike 1-2 Encarnacion.
Good fastball on the outside corner. I can remember in '94 we were opening up. I believe it was in Cleveland against the Indians here, and Edgar Martinez was hit by Dennis Martinez on the back of his hand, and I was basically doing the same thing up in the clubhouse, not thinking much of it. Next thing I know, my name is being called and I'm running out to first base.
Did you hear it on TV like Romine did? Because he says he's walking through the hall. He said, "I heard you talk about me." I said, "Yeah, you better get ready."
Wasn't quite that bad, but yep. Next thing you know, you're in the ball game. So
man,
unusual, but it happens.
That's a quick mindset change. 3-1 to Encarnacion, a dangerous hitter.
Good breaking ball. One of the things about James that'll be interesting to watch this year. If you look at him last year, his fastball, he throws fastball about 90% of the time when he's behind in the count. Now he can get away with it, especially when he has his good fastball, which he has today. But against some hitters, that's when you're going to get hurt. He gave up 8 home runs on his fastball last year. So if he can throw his breaking ball for a strike when he's behind to get back in the count, that'll be a big plus for him.
We know Edwin Encarnacion likes the fastball. Payoff pitch, 3-2. Lost him.
Off the plate away.
Umpire rotation change. We're told Marquez as home plate, Wolf at first, Rayburn at second, and Holbrook at third.
And for James, I don't mind him being careful right there. Talking about a real run producer, hits a lot of home runs, but no bargain here. Rajay Davis, a veteran, and against James, 5 for 11 with a home run. So he's going to look for the fastball early in the count.
As we saw the Mariners, Cano and Cruz getting after good pitcher Corey Kluber the other night. Don't wait. Robbie first pitch double. Nelly first pitch 2-run homer. That approach no doubt will apply here. 2 out, 2 on, first inning.
For James, 5 batters that he's faced. He's yet to throw a first pitch strike. So he can get out of this inning. We'll have to clean that up. It's a good ball club. Pitch behind.
Rajay Davis got in as a pinch runner in the 9th, and as the Indians threatened against closer Edwin Diaz. Left 2 men on in that 9th inning on Thursday night. Here's a 1-0. Yeah, he's got some issues here. Behind in the count, 2-0 to Davis. As Mike mentioned, 5 career hits, 1 a home run. Great to see the sun break through. We got another big crowd here today. Looks like about 35,000. Big pitch here, 2-0, 2 on, 2 out, first inning. Out back.
And for James, he is definitely trying to keep the fastball in on his hands. Everything inside to Davis.
Terry Francona, what a career he's had managing here in the big leagues. 2-time World Series winner with the Boston Red Sox. 6th year with the Tribe. Two-one pitch. Did he go? Check down to first. No, he didn't, says Jim Wolf. 3-1. Back-to-back 3-ball counts here with 2 outs.
3-1 to Encarnacion. He threw him a breaking ball. Wonder if he'll do the same thing here with Davis. You see Kipnis taking his lead out at second base.
3-1 pitch here to Davis. Is on it, fouled it straight back. He's got a full count. Runners will be on the move here.
It's the luxury of having a plus fastball. That fastball right in the middle of the plate. You can see Davis thought he should have done something with that.
Terry, 2-time American League Manager of the Year, both with Cleveland. Tribe with 102 wins last year, most wins in the American League, second only to the Dodgers, who won 104. Here comes a big pitch in the first inning. Runners take off. Pitch. Foul out play. Pitch count mounting.
No restrictions on Paxton. He's able to build up his arm strength as far as his pitch limit goes, so he can go 110. 100 to 110. There's no limitations on him today.
First inning troubles here. Runners at first and second. Long look in to Margema. He's ready. Runners take off again. Pitch fouled off again. What a battle.
A lot of pitches here in the first. A lot of fastballs.
Line out, a double and a foul out. Now some trouble after a walk. Another long look in to Margema. 3-2 pitch. It continues on. It's a mindset when, if you're Davis, you fouled off a couple straight back, couple to the opposite side.
Now watching him, he's late on the fastball, so I think the 3-1 breaking ball to Encarnacion is in the back of his mind, because he'll cheat to get to the fastball. He hasn't done that so far. 5
foul balls in this AB. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball, missed. Bases are loaded.
And that's what he was concerned about, and that's why he was late on the fastball. Back-to-back walks by James. This is the breaking ball he's going to miss in the dirt. If he's cheating to get to the fastball, he probably swings over the top of it, but because he had it in the back of his mind, he's able to take it.
The hitter now is one-time Mariner Yonder Alonso. Alonso coming off his best home run season in the big leagues. He had 28. Bases loaded, 2 outs, first inning. Ball 1. Alonso, the 6th man to the plate here.
James is not been able to throw a first pitch strike.
Cano out short right field for Alonso. Pitch swung on and drilled right field, and that is gone. A grand slam for Yonder Alonso. 4-0 Cleveland. Got it on a 1-0 pitch. Early damage here. 2 walks really hurt. Yonder Alonso with a salami here in the first.
The walks definitely hurt. The falling behind every hitter is what eventually caught up to him. He tried the breaking ball on the first pitch, missed with it. So Alonso taking a chance. The next pitch was going to be a fastball, which is typical for James. Again, he'll throw his fastball about 90% of the time when he's behind, and that fastball right in the middle of the plate. Take another look at our Primera Supermo and the swing by Yonder as he barrels it up. 1
swing, 4 runs. Brandon Geyer to Cano. But already work to do for the Mariners. Geyer grounds out, but the damage done by Yonder Alonso, who finished up last year with the Mariners. He goes deep right field with a bases filled. It's 4-0 Cleveland. And he's enjoying his return here to Seattle, to the dismay of James Paxton. Mariners coming to bat. Ready to work here is D. Gordon leading off for the Mariners against Carlos Carrasco. D. Gordon coming off a 1-for-3 performance in the opener in his Mariners debut. Glad to have him with this ball club. A tremendous addition. Carlos Carrasco always works out of the stretch. In at third, Ramirez. First pitch off the plate, ball 1.
It was great to see D. Gordon on the base paths a couple of times last night. As Dave mentioned, 1-for-3, also had a walk.
Slap foul. The early hole for the Mariners. Yonder Alonso, 3rd career grand slam. Last time he went to the salami slicer, it was back on June 6th of 2015 at Cincinnati. 2-1. There's Yonder. Last year with the Mariners, 265, 6 homers, 18 runs batted in, and 42 contests after coming over from Oakland. Foul back.
4 pitches from Carrasco, all of them fastballs. Fastball will be 92 to 95 miles an hour. Stopped out at 94 so far.
Talking to Carl Willis, said he went to the stretch a couple of years ago. And the time he served in the bullpen has made him a heck of a lot more aggressive. Went in the dirt. Count runs full for D. Another big crowd here at Safeco Field. Had a record crowd for the opener Thursday night. 47,149, largest crowd ever here. Regular season Safeco Field. Straight up in the infield, straight up in the outfield, not too deep out there. 3-2 pitch. Hit the other way. It backs up Brendan Geyer at Sunfield on a day like today. Let's take a look at the rest of the Mariners batting order.
Starting lineups brought to you by Amanda. You saw D. Gordon again on base a couple of times yesterday. You see Segura walking to the plate looking for his first hit on the season. Nelson Cruz, the big 2-run home run. He will be the cleanup hitter and the DH. Mitch Haniger off to a good start. He was 3 for 3 in the opener.
Gene, the hit machine, Segura. First pitch strike. Segura with Arizona in 2016 led the National League in at-bats and in hits with 203. It was his best home run year. He hit 20 last year. 11 home runs for the Mariners. Couple stints on the DL. 0-2.
First slider from Carrasco. For Segura, he also hit an even 300 last year. Played in 125 ball games. I'd like to see him at that 140-145 range this year.
Question. Got 22 stolen bases, caught 8 times. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss.
Talked about Carrasco and some of the changes he has made as you look at his overall numbers from last year. An 18-game winner, a 3.29 ERA, so a terrific year for him. To go along with the 200 innings he has pitched, 226 strikeouts. How does he do it? Pretty good fastball at 92 to 95, and a great slider. Take a look at the defense for the Indians. Rajay Davis, the veteran, will be in center field. Then you have Lindor and Kipnis playing up the middle. Yan Gomes will do the catching.
2 outs, nobody on. First inning, 4-0 Tribe. Here's Robbie Cano. It's Cano bobblehead day, and congratulations on playing in his 2000th career game. One for 3 with a double in the first inning. Scored in front of Nelson Cruz. There you go. Active games played leaders. Robbie, quick 0-2 hole. 7 for 20 with 2 home runs against Carrasco.
Taking a couple of fastballs here in this first at bat. The last one at 94 miles an hour. Good numbers against Carrasco.
Carlos last year against the Mariners in a couple of games went 1-1. Career against the Mariners 3-2 with a 2.73 ERA. 0-2 pitch. And a good first inning for Carlos Carrasco. An easy fly ball and 2 strikeouts, swinging. 4-0 Tribe. 1:10 start time. The Mariners are celebrating the start of the season with Kids Opening Day. It's presented by Boeing. All youngsters are invited to join a pregame parade around the field. Plus, they'll receive a free Felix Hernandez t-shirt. So be part of the fun by picking up tickets right now at mariners.com. Second inning action. Safeco Field. Beautiful day. Temperature 48 degrees at first pitch back at 1:10. The 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Yan Gomes, the catcher, leads off. Swing and a miss.
For Paxton, he had a good fastball in the first inning. It was 95 to 98, but fell behind the first 6 hitters. Walked a couple and then the grand slam. Ahead of the last 2 batters, so hopefully he'll be able to settle down. 29 pitches in the first inning for James.
Yan Gomes last year in 105 games, a .232 hitter, 14 homers and 56 runs batted in. The 0-2. Upstairs, nothing doing there. 8, 9, and 1. Gomes, Chisenhall, and Lindor here in the second for Cleveland. There's 1-2. Mike Zunino on the DL. Hopefully we'll see him back when we get to Minnesota on this first road trip. San Francisco, Minnesota, Kansas City. Mike Marjama getting starting opportunity. David Freitas called up. Glad to see Mike was able to carry on after the catcher's interference, and he took a heck of a blow on his hand. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Healy's going to take a look, and it's going to get out of play.
Talking about Mike Marjama after the game. Scott Service was talking about him possibly being the most valuable player of the game, and that's with Nelson Cruz hitting a 2-run home run, which turned to be the difference. The job that Felix did on the mound, a number of the guys out of the pen. But Mike Marjama staying in there and doing a really nice job with Felix, somebody he really hasn't caught. That's a difficult thing.
Exactly where I was going. That was a big thing. First time he catch the king. Here's a foul ball again. And that was the thing that terrified Romine. And he said, listen, man, I've caught, but I've not caught at this level in this situation.
And especially
it's a big
Felix.
difference. Yeah, and especially Felix.
Yeah.
Didn't know the bullpen. And that's why Zunino was saying, hey, whatever, if I was needed, I was going to go in there. 2-2. Struck him out. First K of the day for the Big Maple. 1 away here in the second. Distraction occurs anytime that you take your eyes off the road. Now, if you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target 0 goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family, 0 traffic deaths in our state. Here's Lonnie Chisenhall, the right fielder. 1 for 3 on Thursday. Looks at a strike.
Again, after struggling at the start of the game with the strike zone ahead of the last 3 hitters in a row.
Well, that's got to be a shock to your system. You come out and feeling good, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 you give up a salami.
Well, it didn't have anything to do with his stuff. Again, he topped out at 98 miles an hour. He just was falling behind, so he couldn't get his breaking ball. And what that'll do is, if you're a hitter, you can get ahead of him. You can cheat a little bit on the fastball, and that's exactly what Gomes did after he missed. Fell behind 1-0, knew with the base loaded he was going to throw him a fastball. And you get started a little bit earlier, barrel it up is what he was able to do on a fastball that was about 95, 96 miles an hour.
Grove hitting day. I love it. Well done. Up in the Maple Grove, right to the right of the Safeco Field sign. Upper tank and left field. That's a beauty. Marjama couldn't hold on.
But another good breaking ball from him, and that'll make it difficult on the fastball. Just gets a piece of it, hits the heel of the glove of Mike Marjama's catcher's mitt.
1-2 pitch. Struck him out. High heat. 2 down.
And you can see the difference now. Working ahead, he can expand the strike zone. This fastball right at the top of the zone. No chance to catch up to it. Another look at our Primera Supermo and the late swing on the fastball.
Looked even later in slow-mo, didn't it?
Yeah.
2 outs, top of the order. Francisco Lindor again lined out to Seager at third. But, and it's a beauty. Just gorgeous. Played by Margema, fine effort. Backed up by Haniger. It's a base hit. And again, we noted this last year. The Mariner outfielders do a great job of backing up bases.
Which is the key to this play. Otherwise, Lindor's at second base. You see Mike trying to do everything he can. But Lindor, tremendous speed and just a perfect bunt. As you look at the effort by Margema, he's a good athlete.
Former infielder.
Yeah, but not going to make that play. Just a perfect bunt. Tip your hat.
So Mitch Haniger coming over, backing up play all the way. Here's Kipnis, double deep to right center field, first time up. Scored on the grand slam by Alonso. That's the difference right now, 4-0 if you're just joining us. Lindor, one of the elite players in the game, is Kipnis. Looks at ball one. Two outs here, top of the second. Two and 0. Couple stints on the DL last year for Paxton, left forearm strain, strained left pectoral muscle. Pounds the strike zone there, 2-1. Big Pax with 24 starts last year, career best 136 innings pitched. Most wins in his career, 12-5, and a 2.98 ERA. Ichiro towards the line, sunglasses on, battling the sun, and he wins it in fair territory. So Ichiro, people's choice here in Seattle. He went out to left field to a big ovation. When we come back, Nelson Cruz will lead it off for the Mariners. First pitch he saw in the 2018 season, he went boom. Hit it into the pen. 2-run shot. Those runs stood up. Mariners win 2-1. Relive the moment, and it was fun, and he knew it.
And a towering fly ball out to center field. Zimmer trying to make the catch, but clearly out of his reach.
Check that swing. 1-1. Cruz, Seager, Haniger, 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Mariners. Nelly 4 for 17 against Carrasco. Not surprisingly, Jose Ramirez very deep at third.
There you go. It's 2009, 302 home runs, more than anybody.
Only Aaron Judge consistently hit the ball harder last year. And Nelson Cruz. 2-2.
Nelson didn't like that last call. And thought the fastball was off the plate away. It appeared that it was. And it changes everything. You go from a 3-1 count to a 2-2 count, knowing that Carrasco has a terrific slider that you're probably going to have to deal with now.
Chops it. Lindor will take care of it. Cruz pretty much under orders, and he acknowledges, hey, you're not going to beat it out. We don't want you straining that quad. Hey, all season long, everybody, BECU and the Mariners are going to be teaming to give fans more baseball for less. BECU value game score select bleacher or view seats for $15 and main or club seats for $30. First event's coming up tomorrow, 1:10 start against these Indians. Go to mariners.com/value for tickets.
There's such a big difference in counts as Kyle Seager steps in. For Nelson Cruz, we were talking about the 2-2, and that was a slider he ended up hitting the ground ball on. And I think when you have certain pitchers, it's even more important. And an 18-game winner for Carrasco last year. And look at the difference on his fastball and his slider. Opponent's average on his heater, 340. On his slider, just 140. So 3-1, he probably gets a fastball, a better pitch to handle, and that's why he was disappointed in that at bat. I don't blame him.
Seager shows bunt. Count 1-1. Seager 3 for 11 with a home run against Carrasco.
Saw Kyle do that a few times last year, try to bunt. Take a look at the defense.
Well, they know he's willing to do it.
Okay, again, in this situation, if he's going to bunt, he just has to make sure that he bunts it firmly so that the pitcher cannot field it.
Out of room. Left side, and if he were to take it with him down the first baseline, 2-1. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Kipnis out short right field. Carrasco has retired. The first 5 men that he's faced. He becomes a hot hitter for the Mariners. Carrasco, as I mentioned, coming off a big year last year, 18 wins. He's got a hot hitter here in Mitch Haniger, who had a nice finish to spring training and then went 3 for 3 on Thursday night. Timing really has come back nicely for Mitch. Single, a double, and a single.
See it happening for him in the last few spring games. Closer, timing was better on the fastball, and we certainly saw that on the opener.
4-0 on a Yandra Alonso 2-out grand slam in the first. Good breaking ball for strike 0-2. Carrasco, 9th year in the big leagues, all with Cleveland. Bart Quismeto in Venezuela. Won 11-2 on the road last year, 2.65 ERA. 0-2. Breaking from the first base side of the rubber, 1-2 pitch. High drive left field. Looking up. Kiss that baby goodbye. Up in the head gears. Home run. Mitch Haniger, and the Mariners on the board. Haniger, what a start to the season. He's 4 for 4. Coming with 2 outs here in the second inning. 4-1 ball game. More
for 4 with a couple of extra base hits. Had a double in the opener on Thursday. This looks like a breaking ball in the middle of the plate. Let's take another look at our Primera Supermo in the swing. Gets on him just a little bit, kind of backed up, 85 miles an hour, but he's a strong man. Still able to drive it out over the left field fence.
Beautiful. A Hanny home run brings up Ryan Healy. 391 feet on the home run for Mitch Haniger. Ryan Healy looking for his first Mariner hit, 0 for 3. Good numbers against Carrasco, 4 for 8 with a home run. One 25 home runs with Oakland last year. Feel good start for him. 4 for 4 begin this season. Yep, take care of that bat. Keep it in a safe place. Nobody else touch it. Stand away from Healy. 2-1. Check swing. Carrasco last year gave up 21 home runs in his 200 innings of work in 32 starts. The first hit of the day for the Mariners, a home run by Haniger. There's a nice ring to it. Maybe you can use that as a slogan sometime down the road. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Third strikeout for Carrasco. Haniger does some damage. Gets the Mariners on the board. It's 4-1 Cleveland. On Cleveland, and it took one swing to do some damage by former Mariner Yonder Alonso. As we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game, Alonso got ahead in the count 1-0, bases filled, 2 outs first inning, and he hit his 3rd career grand slam, first since June of 2015. All-star third baseman Jose Ramirez at the plate, ball 1. Ramirez, Encarnacion, and Davis, 3-4-5 coming up against Paxton. This one hit to left field. Ichiro backing up, running out of room on the track. Jumps, and I think he got it! He did! Ichiro making a mark here in Seattle on his 2nd stint. Standing ovation for the 44-year-old future Hall of Famer.
thought this was going to end up in the pen. As you take a look at the concentration, definitely would have left the ballpark up over the wall. Perfectly timed by Ichiro. Another good look from our Primera Supermo as he makes the catch and falls back down onto the warning track. Well timed, knew exactly where he was at. Save James Paxton. The Mariners another run.
Love affair with Ichiro, never stopped.
The Ichiro chance going there for a minute.
Yes, indeed. Paxton. All he needs now, he'll be second up in the home half of this inning, get his first hit of the season. Boy, his measurement on that was really nice.
It was perfect.
Timing, got the big glove too. He's got the Lou Piniella special out there. That big old glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground to Segura. Oh, off the heel. Seager bounces him out. 2 down. 6-5-3.
And then we'll take a look. Kyle Seager, the Gold Glover. It's going to go off the heel of the glove, kind of in between on Segura. Kyle paying attention, picks it up quickly. Goes him out by a step.
All right, let's see. Is that worth a couple steak dinners?
I would say so.
Or a suit.
Save Segura and Aaron some pitches to James Paxton. Maybe a steak. I'm not sure about a suit.
He could spring. Wow, 2 terrific defensive plays here. Davis asking for time. Paxton in a good rhythm now after giving up that grand slam in the first inning.
If you missed it in the first inning, a couple of walks. James was behind the first 6 hitters. Some syrup.
I love that. It's so enthusiastic. Good crowd, and it's growing.
Oh, they were here early today, too.
1-1. Check that swing. Paxton so far with 2 strikeouts. You got Gomes and Chisenhall swinging. First 2 outs of the second inning. Davis long foul ball, 2-2.
Good fastball at 96. James is topped out at 98 today.
Straight up in the infield for Davis. 36, 37 years old, can still fly. 2-2 pitch, got him looking. 2 fabulous defensive plays and a strikeout looking, and we're going to see Ichiro try to get his first hit here 2018. A marvelous defensive play, beautifully timed, takes away a home run. The Mariners trail 4-1. Mike Margema going to lead things off, batting in the 8-hole today. He and David Freitas will be sharing the catching duties until Mike Zunino comes off the disabled list. It'll be Margema, Ichiro, and D. Gordon. Might go for 3 Thursday night. Let's take a look at the IBEW NICA investing in our future. David Freitas just called up. This is what he's done in the minor leagues. 8 seasons, 272, slugging at .414. Freitas made his big league debut with the Braves last year. Margema, one of the highlights of his time down in Arizona spring training with the Mariners, and inside the park home run against Cincinnati in Goodyear about 2-3 Saturdays ago. 1-1. They got robbed last night by the shortstop Lindor. Kipnis throws him out here in routine play.
It was a great play by Lindor up the middle. Diving play, strong throw to first. Take a look at Ichiro. Look at a nice ovation after that play.
The 80 meter working out in right field. Got all his hits listed both in MLB and Japan. 43-58, 30-80 here in the U.S. Looking for his first hit. 2018 up the middle. Kipnis slide throws base hit. Ichiro, his first of the season. He can check that box. He got it done.
Well, making a lot of things happen. We talked about the defense and the great play, and then getting down the line on the ground ball up the middle, an infield base hit for him. He's picked up a lot of those over the years. You mentioned the numbers, Dave.
Find me another 44-year-old who can do that. One out base runner, top of the order, D. Gordon. Ramirez in on the grass at third. Lindor and Kipnis double play depth up the middle. D, base hit. That's going to get the gap. Ichiro's going to make the turn. He's going to go to third, get there safely. Mariners brewing something here in the third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, D. Gordon with a base hit in the opener, went 1 for 3. And now another base hit with Ichiro, and now D. Gordon. Just take a look at our Primera Supermo and the swing by D. Gordon. Not trying to do too much with him, but being aggressive early, trying to get after the fastball. Again, Carrasco, his slider is his best pitch. You don't want to deal with it. So the Mariners being a little more aggressive here later in the game.
So runners at the corners, 1 out here in the third. Brings up Gene Segura, struck out on 3 pitches. First time up. Let's see if it's different this time.
They saw a couple of sliders his first time up.
Gordon bluffed like he was going to first, going to second as Segura takes a strike. Scott Brosius coach at third, Chris Prieto at first.
Gene can use the entire field. You see the big hole on the right side of the infield because of D. Gordon at first.
Chasing 0-2.
Another slider.
Gene 2 for 8 now against Carrasco. Battling with 2 strikes. Mariners down 4-1. Home run by Mitch Haniger has the Mariners on the board. That was in the second. Gordon runs, pitch, line drive, center field. Gordon will get the third as Ichiro scores. An RBI single by Gene Segura. Good 2-strike hitting by Gene. Picks up an RBI, his first of the season.
A lot of things to like. And this at bat makes an adjustment. Pitches down, probably out of the strike zone, but watch his head right to the ball. His eyes never leave the ball, digs it out. Solid line drive back up the middle. You can see Gordon running. He's not sure where the ball is at first. Stumbles a little bit, but picks it up into center field and cruises into third. No problem at all, but great hitting by Segura. We talked about him. He's an aggressive hitter, a good bad ball hitter. That ball down out of the strike zone. It's tremendous the way he was able to take his head and eyes right to the baseball.
Beautiful. Ichiro base hit comes down to score, make it a 4-2 game. Carl Willis out on the mound here. Conference. Carrasco. Carl most recently in Boston. He had multiple offers and took the Cleveland job, getting back to familiar ground where pitching coach when Eric Wedge was there. He knows about everybody in the organization. Spoke very highly of Carrasco. Good family man with 6 kids. Here comes Robbie Cano. His bobblehead day. Struck out on 3 pitches in the first. Playing in career game number 2000. He represents the go-ahead run. In the dirt, blocked by Gomes. Ball 1.
Again, excellent speed on the bases. It won't take much of a fly ball at all to score Gordon from third. Gene Segura at first. Dave mentioned it, 22 stolen bases for him last year. Big hole on the left side of the infield.
Robbie did a great job going the other way during spring training. 1-0 pitch. 1-1. Opportunity knocking here for the Mariners.
All the outfielders are deep.
Deck. Yeah, very deep, no question. Big pitch, 1-1. Runner goes. Goes left side. That'll score Gordon. And once again, Robinson Cano goes left side. Opposite field, picks up a base hit and an RBI. We got a 4-3 ball game. Robbie with his first RBI here in 2018.
Nice inside-out swing, just trying to put the ball in play. Look at his eyes. High fastball. Left-handed hitters typically like the ball down. But for Cano, we've noticed this over the last few years. He doesn't mind hitting the high pitch. And because the outfielders were playing so deep, this ball probably normally caught ends up falling in right in front of the left fielder Geyer. Pick up a base hit and an RBI. 4 consecutive singles against Carrasco. Mariners right back in at 3 runs on 5 hits. They tried 4 runs on 3 hits. Cruz bounced out to short his first time up. Ball 1. 4 career hits against Carrasco. Look at that number, 117.8 miles per hour with a double hit off of Castro down in Texas. 1-0 to Nelly. Takes for a strike. A couple of borderline pitches down. Nelson looking for something up in the zone. And Carrasco trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground. We talked about it. Still nursing that quad a little bit, so not running at his best. He's looking to have something in the air.
Veteran right-hander Dan Otero heating up. Oh, he wants something up. Let's see if he gets it. 1-1. Hit it the other. Oh, right at Alonso on a big double play. Oh, man, he hit it hard, but right in yonder. But the Mariners do put 2 on the board. It's a 4-3 Cleveland lead. years. But let's give you another indication of how strong Nelson Cruz is. Watch the exit velo on this one.
Yeah.
107. And Mike, what did you say? You think the hardest ball you hit?
Maybe somewhere in that neighborhood. Nothing to the 118 that he hit last year on that double and with the Rangers. That's just.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Yonder Alonso, Brandon Geyer, Jan Gomes, 6, 7, and 8 here in the fourth. Alonso on a 1-0 pitch at a grand slam into the right field seats. Yeah, like you said, rounded off the 118.
Yeah, 117.8. We'll give him a 118er on that.
See if you shoot for that, boys. Can you put two together and hopefully try to match it?
Yeah, exactly.
1-1. Alonso going for the downs again.
James has been a little bit better in the second and third inning. Really struggled in the first with his command. It's good to see him working ahead again. Now the guys made a ball game of it for him.
No playing Alonso out short right field. Dribbler. Rocky first inning, 4 runs on 2 hits, got a couple strikeouts in the second. Walked 2 in the first, and they came around to score in the Alonso grand slam. University of Miami product. Looks like former teammate Danny Valencia and current teammate Jan Gomes. 2-2. Tried to paint. Count runs full. Shift on for Alonso. See if Paxton can put him away. 3-2. And he lost him. Third walk. Issued by Paxton as we play here in the fourth. Whether hosting clients and co-workers or family and friends, Safeco Field Suites allow you and your guests to enjoy Mariners baseball from the comfort of a private suite. This premium seating option includes VIP parking, private skybridge entry, and a catering credit. Sounds good, doesn't it? Get on it. For more info, visit mariners.com/premium. Brandon Geyer grounded out to Cano, first time. Season debut for Geyer. Played in 70 games last year for the Tribe, hitting .236, 2 homers and 20 runs batted in. They stopped by Marginal.
Not an easy play when the pitcher spikes the fastball right off the plate.
At home plate's an accelerant the way he throws. Got to work here. 2-0. D. Gordon to his left and given ground near the track. He's there, makes the catch. Alonso will return. So 1 away. Hey, make sure you cheer on the team, then round your way to home with the Sound Transit Day Pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Saw D. Gordon in the clubhouse. I said, dude, how big is that outfit? He said, man, that is ridiculously big.
It is. You have to cover a lot of ground. He's able to do it right there out to right center field.
Credit to Bob Christopherson and his crew. The brand new field here at Safeco Field. Took the old one out. Battle weather, had a stuck roof one time, and it is, as Bobby, I saw Bobby today, and he says the grass is still maturing. Well, of course, the head groundskeeper here for a lot of years. Here's Jan Gomes, struck out in a 2-2 pitch his first time. Mike Margima getting a lot more action than he anticipated when we broke camp down in Arizona with Mike Zunino going on the DL with an oblique injury. Not as severe an oblique injury as suffered by Mitch Haniger last year or Ben Gamble this year. And Gamble again great news that he is ahead of schedule in his recovery.
Zunino, I believe, is eligible to come off the disabled list on the 7th of April.
Mike said it was his next to last round BP on Wednesday, and he felt something. He said, let me try it again, and then he said, nah, that's enough.
Yeah. Good move.
Two balls, two strikes here. Jan Gomes. Gomes to center field. D. Gordon giving ground. Running out of room. On the track. Can't get it. It's gone. Two-run homer. Saw Gomes go deep against the Mariners down in Peoria. And now when it counts, he comes up big for the Tribe. Extends the lead to 6-3. First homer. That's a poke.
And we'll take a look at it towards the outside part of the plate, maybe on the outside corner, but barrels up the fastball. Kind of interesting the way this has gone today. Already a couple of home runs, possibly 3, except for Ichiro went over the fence. When you think about James Paxton last year, he gave up 9 all year long. So typically, he's going to keep the ball on the ground a little bit better than he's been able to do today.
Stoudemire Jr. Now for some encouraging words to his left-hander. He's got service, third-year manager for the Mariners.
Scott did not want to see that, especially after the club just was able to get him right back in the game.
First pitch, here's Cano. Can't get it. Look like he got fooled on that. He broke left. Knuckled big time on it. Wow. He went left, the ball went right.
It started left and then it took a right turn on him. And he was jammed that bad. I think he broke his bat.
How about that? Take a look at a new addition to the scoreboard. MV. It's not motor vehicles, it's mound visits. Carl Willis has made. That's what's remaining. Both teams start out with 6 new rules here. Willis has made an appearance, so has Mel Stoudemire Jr. Top of the order is Lindor. Bunted his way on it. It was a beauty up the first base line. Leandro Alonso, a grand slam in the first, a 2-run shot. Gomes here in the 4th. 2-0 to a dangerous hitter, the shortstop for the Tribe. Francisco Lindor with 33 home runs last year. Drove in 89 runs. Seager and Cano open for a double play up the middle. Comes D. Gordon calling off Hannigan, makes the play. 2 outs. Time now for our CenturyLink What's Next? And Trevor Bauer coming off a fine season, 17 wins, and Mike Leake cut his hair since we saw him hit last here at Safeco Field. He performed really well coming over in September after the trade, the deal with the Cardinals.
He was terrific in September and a great addition to the starting rotation.
Jason Kipnis, double run scored in the first, fly out to left in the second inning.
And another good play by Mike Margema. That breaking ball was out in front of home plate, still able to keep it in front of him. Hit the runner at first.
With the bender, 2-0. little late. 2-1. Injuries limited Kipnis to just 90 games. He was a guy that was pretty consistent in the 150s in the early part of his career. Up the middle, Cano can't get it. So Chisenhall stops at second. How about the home run by Yan Gomes? Look at this baby. Just to the right of the 401.
414 feet. Indians again with a couple of home runs this afternoon.
2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs in. Jose Ramirez. Ichiro took a home run away from him, jumping over the fence left field back in the third, leading off the third.
James, he's now at 84 pitches. Nobody getting loose in the pen.
Dangerous hitter here. 4th in batting, 3rd in slugging, 5th in hits, 4th in runs, 1st in doubles with 56, and 1st in extra base hits with 91 last year. A little scramble out in the bullpen.
Looks like Casey Lawrence is going to start getting loose in the pen.
Two down and 2 on here. Paxton trying to get out of this. Limit the damage to 2 runs. And let's see. It's in the triangle. D. Gordon calling everybody off. Gets it done. 2-run homer by Yan Gomes extends the lead to 6-3 for the Tribe. When we come back, going to see Seager and Haniger and Healy, among others. In MLB history, take you back to March 31st of '96. Mariners defeat the White Sox 3-2 in 12 innings. It's the first Major League regular season game played in the month of March. Alex Rodriguez had a walk-off single, scored Doug Strange for the win. So we come to you above the A in Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. Game 2, the 2018 season. Mariners on the short end right now, 6-3. And here is Kyle Seager to lead it off. He grounded out to second, his first at bat. He'll be followed by Mitch Haniger and Ryan Healy. Put the shift on again for Kyle. There's Ramirez, the lone defender, left side.
Playing a little bit closer this time than when Kyle was up the first time. He was playing back towards the shortstop position.
Fly ball hanging up for the left fielder, Brendan Geyer. Yay! Wow, how about that? He cut right in front of him. Davis with the catch. To revisit what Mitch Haniger did on a 1-2 pitch, 2 out, nobody on, second inning.
Off to a great start. 4 for 4 on the season, including his first home run. Able to turn on it.
It's a good carry on that one. Very nice.
391 feet.
.362 hitter last year in the first month before suffering a weak injury in Detroit. If I remember correctly, he had a couple hits in that game. He was rolling.
It was hot. Really playing well, and then they mentioned the injury. And you can see the batting average, 4 for 4.
Way outside. Haniger, 16 home runs, big club last year. His career best, 2016 at Reno, he had 20.
How many games did he play in last year, Dave?
Last year, 96 games. Man,
with 16 home runs, get him out to that 145, 150 range.
Good count for Mitch, 2-0. Oh man, he was trying to go feasting on that one. Indians defensively, Ramirez, Lindor, Kipnis, and Alonso in the infield with Geyer, Davis, and Chisenhall in the outfield. 2-1. Good. Didn't catch up. 2-2. Yan Gomes behind the plate. Two to Haniger. Laid off. On deck hitter Ryan Healy. Here we go, 3-2 to Mitch. Popped it up, medium right field. Chisenhall for out number 2. Let's see, how are we going to score this? How about that? It hit in the left fielder's glove. Geyer then into Davis's glove. Barely Davis's glove.
Barely is right. So a 7-8.
You know what? Why not? With that, put it that.
Yeah.
Two down, nobody on, 4th inning. Here's Ryan Healy, struck out on a 2-2 pitch. Looking for that first Mariner base hit. Doing his best to stay away from him. Healy's got 4 hits against Carlos. 1's a home run. (2-0). Mike, turn him loose. First time as a Mariner. 3-0.
Yep. Give him a chance to hit a good fastball in the middle of the plate. Ryan hit 25 home runs last year with the A's. Mike Margima waits on deck.
Way in 1. Carrasco struck out 3. Coming up a home run to Haniger. RBIs to Segura and Cano. Not walked anybody. 3-1. Healy headed to do over again. He would have swung at the previous pitch and laid off of that one. The previous pitch was center cut.
And that was in off the plate. 92 miles an hour.
Two outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. A 3-2 pitch coming to Healy. Popped it up. Chisenhall. One-hand catch. A 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. Mariners are retired. They trail by the count of 6-3. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 191, investing in our future. Buy steel. To find your local steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com. And buy Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Leadoff man here in the fifth. Edwin Encarnacion. Walk, run scored, and a ground out.
This will probably be the last inning for James. 89 pitches, 53 strikes.
That's a lot of pitches into the fifth.
Yeah, there's too many pitches early. And 29 in the first inning. Casey Warren's getting loose in the pen.
That was a killer. 29. Woof. Gave up 4 runs on 2 hits. A grand slam by Alonso. Gave up a 2-run homer in the fourth to Gomes. Two the count. Full count now, 3-2.
Yeah, good breaking ball. He wanted it. Just missed the inside corner. Good pitch.
Foul back. I've seen a lot of that over the years too, where a lot of foul balls when he pitches.
I think for James, watching him today, it seems to me, especially against the right-handed hitters, he's been on one side of the plate, and that's been away for the most part. He was comfortable pitching in. See that fastball up and out over the plate again. And I think sometimes watching Mike, he will set up on the inner half, inside corner of the plate, and James is not able to get it there. And again, first start of the year. First inning was where he really had some troubles working ahead, falling behind hitters.
3-2 to Encarnacion off the end of the bat.
A lot off of that breaking ball. 79 miles an hour. That's the slowest curveball today.
Encarnacion's done his share of damage against the Mariners. 15 homers and 39 runs batted in. 57 games. Here's a 3-2. And foul tip right into the glove of Marjorie for strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for James Paxton. Join T-Mobile and score free MLB TV all season long. Sign up now through April 2nd at T-Mobile.com/MLB. On the way here, top of the 5th. R.J. Davis. Walk, run scored in the first, strikeout looking to end the third. Two and 0 to Davis. Right fielder Henniger, easy play for him. Two away. That'll bring him Yandra Alonso for the 3rd time today. Grand slam on a 1-0 pitch. Hit it into the right field seats. Lower right field seats in the first. 3rd inning, led off with a walk and scored on the 2-run homer by Yan Gomes.
James now 100 pitches, 59 strikes.
Staying away from Alonso. 2-0. Wind blowing out towards right field. Got to be careful.
Just with a couple of breaking balls, and James, one of the things he'll look at, 24 batters faced, just 10 first pitch strikes. You take a look at the defense.
3-0. Three and 1. See if we can induce him to hit a ground ball or pop something up here. 3-1. 2 out, nobody on. Big shift on for Alonso. Lost it. Second time Alonso has walked. The 4th walk issued by Paxton. And that's going to do it. Scott Service coming to get him. So not the outing they were hoping for here. Paxton's going to leave here in the 5th, trailing 6-3. Gave up 2 big home runs. We'll step aside. Be right back. Safeco Field right after this.
A good thing? Well, when it's for a good cause. And this year, the Mariners, along with Primera Blue Cross, are going to be donating $500 to the Susan G. Komen Puget Sound every time one of the Mariners steals a base. I imagine that Dee Gordon is going to be big in this. Cancer, better watch out. Let's steal one for the cure. Guys, back to you.
All right, Angie. A survivor yourself, indeed. Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen. First appearance this season. Casey Lawrence had a stellar spring training.
He did really pitch well for the Mariners last year. Came over from Toronto where he had struggled a little bit, made some adjustments and pitched better. Sinker going to be in the low 90s with a slider. At times he will elevate his fastball.
Two outs, one on here in the fifth. Try to keep it a 6-3 Cleveland lead. Bradley Zimmer pinch hitting for Brendan Geyer. Zimmer started last night's game in center field and went 0 for 3. Hit 241 last year. 8 homers, 39 runs batted in. Segura joining Cano on the right side of the infield, leaving Seager by his lonesome. Lawrence behind 2-0. Make it 3-0. Big rip. Came up empty on 3-0. Casey Lawrence trying to put an end. Tried here in the fifth. Zimmer, a big kid, about 6'4", can cover some ground out there. Casey Lawrence, 28th game in the big leagues. 2-0 with the Mariners last year, 5.57 ERA. 3-2.
Into it, came back with a slider at 82 miles an hour right underneath his hands as he swings over the top of it.
Casey, 30 years old, out of McSherrytown, Pennsylvania, went to Albright College in Reading, Pennsylvania, 6'2", 170. Three-two pitch, 2 out, runner breaks, and the pitch. Backing up Gordon, got a lot of carrying. His high fly ball, it's deep. He's at the track, at the wall, makes the catch. Wind blowing out towards right center field. Let's send it to the Heritage Distilling BSB Lounge with Brad Adam and Bill Kruger. with the lead at 6-3. First inning grand slam by Andrew Alonso. 2-run homer Yan Gomes in the 4th. Mariners got a run on a home run by Haniger in the 2nd, and RBI singles by Segura and Cano in the 3rd. Right now it's going to be Mike Margima leading off, followed by Ichiro and D. Gordon. Margima grounded out to second baseman Kipnis. Rajay Davis, who started the game in center field, moves over to left. And Bradley Zimmer, who pinch hit top half of this frame, he's in center field. Little number, and Kipnis will take care of it.
Carrasco with a lot of strikes in the game. 59 pitches, 40 strikes for him. He's faced 17 batters, 12 first pitch strikes. Pretty good sliders, but the fastball is topped out at 95.
The 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th brings up Ichiro, who went 0 for 12 down in spring training. Had limited action, had a calf problem. Back in the 3rd inning, got his first hit of the spring. Infield hit. They weren't with us. Top of the 3rd, 1-0 pitch. Jose Ramirez drove one deep to right. It looked like it was going to get out of the ballpark, and Ichiro measured it beautifully and reached over the fence and brought it back, saved a home run. Much to the delight of the big crowd here. It's got to be 30,000 or more here. We'll have those totals for you a little bit later. In the driver's seat here, 2-0. Ichiro to right field. Chisenhall just short of the track, on the track, makes the catch. 2 down here in the Mariners' 5th. Saturday, April 14th, marks the 16th annual Salute to Armed Forces night here at Safeco Field. Make sure you join us for a special pregame ceremony beginning at 5:30. Plus, thanks to Boeing, the first 15,000 fans will receive a Mariners military cap. Visit mariners.com for tickets. Salute to all members of the military, active and retired. Top of the order is D. Gordon. Ramirez sneaking in at 3rd. D looks at a strike. The base hit to center field and scored in the 3rd. Going old school with the stirrups. But no sanitaries. They still make sanitaries. They still use.
I'm not sure that they do.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. Amazing.
It's a good look. It's different than most of the other guys, so why not? I like it.
Exactly.
I think it's 2 for 5 so far here early in the season. It's working for him.
Wearing a pants buckled just below the knee. Here we go. Now those look like sanitaries. Certainly close. They are. That's right. And you can see his ankles taped right underneath.
There's a different pair of socks underneath the sanitary, but they are there, so they still make them, obviously.
It's pretty bad when you have to wonder if they still make that stuff. We're really getting up there.
It's been a while since I had them on.
Oh, the fist. 1 and 2. Brother. Mariners trying to pick up starter James Paxton at 104 pitches, 60 for strike, gave up 2 home runs. Mariners down 6-3. Gordon. 1-2 pitch from Carrasco. Swinging a miss. Got him. Strikeout number 4 for Carrasco. Retired to side. In fact, has retired the last 7 hitters that he's faced. He's got a 6-3 lead.
Sports Desk. It is clear that fans are excited. Baseball is back, and actually that the sun is out as well. We're getting all these photos using the hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. AJ sends this one in from Friday Harbor. Remember to use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines, and we'll try to get your photo on the air. Oh, this is me, and Julian didn't want to take a photo with me. Instead, no, he wanted me to sign his forehead. I mean, I've signed arms before, guys, but Julian wanted me to sign his forehead. I hope that washes off soon.
Wow, that's different.
I think it'll be there for a little while.
If that product is what they say it is, it will be there for a while. Yes, sir. Wow, that's remarkable. Yan Gomes. As we say, Mike, stick around long enough, you see it all. Oh, man.
Yep.
Casey Lawrence on a relief. James Paxton. Gomes did his damage. 2-run homer, 4th inning, straightaway center field. Two balls, 2 strikes. Gomes, Chisenhall, and Lindor. 8, 9, and 1 for the Tribe here in the 6th. Two and 2. Nice job last night, or night before last. Felix Hernandez going 5 1/3, 2 hits, shutout ball, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 83 pitches to pick up the win.
Oh, I thought he was terrific.
Talk about limited spring action.
And to have the command that he had on both sides of the plate, being able to mix it up at times, elevate the fastball. I thought he was really good.
Hope that's a harbinger of really good stuff to come from the King. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, got him. Nice work, Casey Lawrence. A good strikeout. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers, good to have you with us here in Root Sports. Disappointing start for Paxton. He'll learn a lot from this, right?
Well, I think so. If you look at his numbers last year, he only gave up 9 home runs. Potentially could have been 3 today, but Ichiro made a great play, so he gives up a couple home runs. The first inning really hurt him. Did not have the command. The velocity was there, which was good to see, but a couple of walks, and then, of course, the grand slam after falling behind again is what hurt him. That's a situation that he'll be able to fix and change right away. Sometimes those first outings, you're a little bit amped up, and I think that might have been the case for James. He just did not have the command that we're used to seeing from him. If you look at it overall, 24 batters faced, just 10 first pitch strikes.
Here's Chisenhall. Lonnie today struck out, single to right. We'll shift on against him. Haniger in a couple steps. He's right, makes the play. 2 away here in the 6th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners that may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 35,881 have joined us here at the ballpark, along with you at home watching on Root Sports and wherever you're watching around the country. And as we found out from Angie over the last couple of years, wherever you're watching around the world.
Yes.
Top of the order, here's Francisco Lindor, 1 for 3. Beautiful bunt single up the first base line. Switch hitter. One from Casey Lawrence.
Good changeup.
Casey came on, 2 outs. Man aboard in the 5th. 2 out, nobody on, a 1-2 pitch. Nice job to spoil that.
Casey's thrown him a couple of good changeups. That one at 84 miles an hour. You can see the location is perfect on that pitch. He's able to spoil it.
Ball and 2 strikes. He did go as they check with the third base umpire. Marjma completes the play. Nice work by Casey Lawrence, retiring all 4 men that he has faced. Time to get cranking for the Mariners. Gene Segura to lead it off when we get back.
Right there, you are getting a live look at Din Tai Fung, which is now here at Safeco Field. And you can't see the giddy little clap that I'm doing right now. It is absolutely delicious. They actually delivered some of this food on our set today, and it was tremendous. It's on the main concourse near section 132. They've got pork wontons with spicy sauce. That is absolutely my favorite. If you haven't tried that, you have to. Hot and sour soup. They've got the garlic green beans, and they're not like the garlic fries where you can't sit next to them. It's just like delicate and tasty, guys. Have you guys been to Din Tai Fung?
With that endorsement, we'll be down there. And let me guess, did you get the first order of the day?
It was, yeah, I guess you're right, because it was for the pregame show. I'll have some sent up to the booth.
There we go.
Guys.
That'll work.
It is fantastic. I might just deliver it myself too.
It sounds like a 5-star blue plate Angie special.
Well, you know, if you go there for lunch around the Seattle area, I mean, there's always a wait because the food's fantastic, and now it's here at Safeco Field. Beautiful.
All right, Ants, thank you very much. Segura Cano Cruz 2-3-4, trying to get back in this game here. 6-3 Cleveland. Up the middle, kick saving a beauty by Carrasco. 1 out. I'll bring up Robbie Cano, 1 for 2 with an RBI single, 3rd inning. It's got to be the pitcher's one of the many nightmares you could have as a pitcher, and those babies screaming right back at you.
Especially when it's down low like that, because it can hit you in the shin, the ankle. Have to get your glove down there in time. It appears to be fine, though. We got a base hit in the opener. Nelson Cruz followed that up with a 2-run home run. And already a base hit here this afternoon, so he's off to a good start.
Flipped one into left field for an RBI single. This one up the middle. Kipnis ranging. Can't get it. It got under his glove and Lindor. Base hit Robbie Cano. Game number 2,000 for him on Cano bobblehead day. A 2 for 3 afternoon for Robbie.
We'll take a look at it. Just out of the reach of Kipnis. This thing goes right off the end of the webbing. Just gets a piece of it. Then you'll see Lindor, past Lindor also. But another base hit for Cano, which will bring Cruz up with 1 out.
So ground out and a line out. That ball he hit in the line out for lined into a double play to end the 3rd inning. Line out right at first baseman Yandra Alonso. Now we're looking up this way. How's Carrasco going to attack him here? What do you think?
I think they've tried to keep the ball away from him. And again, his best pitch has been his slider. So it's just a matter of whether he can get ahead of him. He started him off with fastballs. Nelson's been pretty patient overall. But I don't think he will be. I think if he gets a fastball early, he's going to try to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
And he did. High drive, left center field. Enjoy it. Boom, stick baby. Nelson Cruz with his 2nd home run of the season.
Well, he picked up a lot of awards on opening night. Silver Slugger, Edgar Martinez, DH of the Year award. He knows what his job is. 2nd home run of the year. Knowing that the club is down 3 runs, wants to get him back in the ball game just in the bottom of the 6th. And here you go, being aggressive early in the count. I don't know, Dave, that looked like about a 7-iron that he hit out there
yeah.
to the pen.
A soft landing 7-iron.
But look at the way he goes down. You see his back leg taking that knee down to the ground so he doesn't pull off of it and drives it out of the ballpark. He is something.
6-5 ball game. Put a charge into this crowd of almost 36,000. Mariners battling back. Sager tried to tie it up. Brad Mills, bench coach. Terry Francona. Dan Otero up for this. Make that Zach McAllister up for the first time.
Otero had been up earlier in the ball game.
Sager gets into one right field, but it's going to stay in the yard as Chisenhall jumps on it, makes the play, 2 down. Kyle a little frustrated there. Thought might have got a little bit more on that swing. 2 outs. So Terry Francona coming out to get his starter Carrasco here in the 6th in a 1-run Cleveland lead. We return to Safeco Field in a moment. This season, a Mariners double play means free Jumbo Jacks from Jack in the Box. By BNSF, sponsor the BNSF Blast. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Mariners drawn a little bit closer here. 2-run homer by Nelson Cruz, aggressive on the first pitch in this AB. And that was a high, majestic blast that got into the bullpen. And very timely. Exit velo 109.8. Launch angle at 29 degrees for a 412 carry. Probably about 8 to 10 feet from the hole, Mike.
I would say that, what was it, a 111 velo? Exit velocity 110, 111. That's about average for him.
There's Haniger. New pitcher Zach McAllister.
Or McAllister, fastball, curveball. Average fastball about 95 miles an hour. He can rush it up there. Throws curveball a little bit more to the right-handed hitters. Look at his numbers from last year: 2.61 ERA, 66 strikeouts, and 62 innings pitched.
He is a slinger. First time Haniger's getting a look at him. Mitch with a home run, second inning, 2 out, nobody on, and flied out to right in the 4th. Took a little off, popped it up. Kipnis with the glasses on is going to give way to Chisenhall. That'll do it. Highlight of the 6th inning for the Mariners. Nelson Cruz with his 2nd home run in as many days, and he knew it and he admired it as well he should have. It's a 1-run game here at Safeco Field. Hey, it's hat hair, but in the best possible way. Friday, April 13th, Ben Gamble Cap Night, free to the first 15,000 fans. This one-of-a-kind cap includes long locks, just like the Mariners outfielder. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Hey, delivery, do we have to tip her? And she meant to.
You shouldn't have brought that up, because now we do, I think.
So a delivery right on time that does look good. We'll have to partake.
Did they make you wait in line? No.
Boy,
okay,
this is
that's
service.
a good thing.
This is service, I want to tell you. 2-3-4 coming up here in the 7th. Jason Kipnis to lead off. Wow. Kipnis today has done well. First inning double scored on the Alonso grand slam. Fly to left and single to center. Casey working the outside corner, 1-1. Lawrence came on. 2 outs in the 5th in relief of James Paxton, who started 4 2/3, 6 hits, 6 runs all earned, 4 walks, 4 Ks.
They're doing a pretty good job trying to keep the ball down in the zone right now.
Shift is on for Jason. That is playable. Who's taking charge? Marjama hanging with it. Makes the two-hand catch. Nicely done. Speaking of defense, take you back to the third inning. Leading off, Jose Ramirez, and this thing looks like it's ticketed for the bullpen. And Ichiro, 44 years young. Nah, it ain't happening, pal. That's a 7 in your scorecard.
See him making the catch right here. The thing I like is when he was probably about 3, maybe 3.5 steps from the wall, he took one more look at the wall, then picked up the baseball and timed his jump perfect.
Beautiful thing about being a veteran.
Ramirez, a switch hitter. Ichiro Robbins batting right-handed now, turns around, hits left-handed.
Ichiro got his first hit. Went hitless in the spring and got his first hit tonight or this afternoon after going 0 for 2 on Thursday night. 0 for 3 day here for Ramirez. Hanging up for Ichiro. 2 down. That brings up Edwin Encarnacion. Wrap up the series tomorrow. All right, what's next? Trevor Bauer coming off a strong season. Look at the strikeouts and walks. He did well. Mike Leake, a very impressive addition to the Mariner Ball Club in September. He's a guy that wants to get his 200 innings in. So
yeah, I think he's something that they really need. Somebody to just stabilize the rotation. Somebody you can count on to take the ball every 5th day. He's going to work deep into games. Save the bullpen.
Here's Encarnacion. Walked and scored in the first. Ground out in the third. Struck out in the 5th. Cleveland took a first inning lead on a grand slam by Yonder Alonso. 2-1 to count. Mariners got on the board. A home run by Haniger to make it 4-1 after 2 innings. Mariners added 2 more runs in the third. 4 consecutive singles. RBIs by Segura and Cano. And then Nelson Cruz in the home 6th, the 2-run homer, second of the season. Hit hard and right to Cano, who was planted perfectly. Throws out Encarnacion. A 1-2-3 7th time to stretch. Mariners trail by a run. Welcome you back. A beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Lowers, Root Sports Crew. One of 2 Saturday afternoon 110 tilts. The next one will be Saturday, July 7th against Colorado. Interesting game here as the Mariners keep fighting back. They were down 4-0 after 1. It's a 6-5 ball game as we go bottom 7. Zach McAllister to Ryan Healy leading off. Healy, strikeout, and a fly to right. And Angie did deliver the food, and it was very good.
You wasted no time. Dove right in.
The game got in the way of finishing the meal. I mean, what can I tell you? But she was right.
And thank you, Angie.
Yeah, appreciate
that.
Angie. Yeah. I would say don't make that a habit because we get all in trouble. 1-1. Haley 0 for 2, still looking for his first Mariner hit. Good count for him, 2-1. Healy, Margim, and Ichiro, bottom third of the order here. McAllister on the relief of Carlos Carrasco.
And with McAllister, that's a good fastball, 95 miles an hour, but he throws it a lot.
Chisenhall got a late start, but hanging up for him. One down here in the 7th. Hey fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest has officially returned. Root Sports going to be looking for the ultimate fan in the state of Oregon throughout the month of April. So send us a photo and a story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan. And you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Mike Margim 0 for 2, ground out in the pop-up. And he's popped up another one. Yan Gomes under it, 2 down. And Terry Francona going to make a pitching change with Ichiro coming up. McAllister retired all 3 men that he faced. We'll step aside here at Safeco Field, 6-5 Cleveland.
Now, of course, we're just in day 2 of the regular season for the Mariners. The minor leagues are going to be getting underway. The Aqua Sox don't start until June, but that gives their play-by-play man, Pat Dillon, time to go and visit Ireland. Hopefully the luck of the Irish keep the Mariners unbeaten for another day. I could not agree more. Use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines, like James, who's in San Antonio for the Final Four. That is fun, and rocking the Mariners jersey. Keep him coming, and I'll try to get him on the air. Guys, back to you.
Andrew, your selection was outstanding. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. I didn't eat the whole thing, but ate enough as time permitted.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm glad that you guys liked it. So tasty.
Yeah, indeed. Andrew Miller. This is one dynamite lefty out of the pen.
Well, you saw the numbers, 95 strikeouts and 62 2/3.
Ichiro's 2 for 10 career against him.
Good fastball at 94 miles an hour and a slider, one of the best sliders you'll see. There it is.
What was that about? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 years ago. He and Betances. Mariners won 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium, and the one game the Yankees won, he and Betances came in and threw bullets. 0-2 to Ichiro.
Well, when you look look at the numbers. His slider, again, terrific pitch, and against left-handers, he will throw it 62% of the time.
There's got to be some ugly numbers for left-handers, right?
Yeah, they're not good at all, and that gives you an idea how good it is because they know there's a base hit on the slider.
Yeah, there it is. Ichiro, a 2-for-3 day. 2-out knock here in the 7th.
Stayed on that slider in the middle of the plate. His second base hit of the game. He had a ball up the middle, an infield base hit, and then a slider just kind of spinning in the middle of the plate. Inside out swing. Nice base hit into left field, line drive.
Very nice. Very nice.
And a great look at our Primera Supermo in the swing.
2-for-3 day and a home run robbing catch. That's a good afternoon. Here's D. Gordon. Creeping in at third. Ramirez. Pitch. Strike one. Mariners have home runs. A solo blast. Haniger. 2-run shot. Cruz. An RBI singles by Segura and Cano. 6-5 Indians. Out hit the Tribe 8-6. That might work. Let's see. Yes, it does. Split the difference. Base hit. Compliment aboard with 2 outs here in the 7th.
Looks like another slider too. So a couple of base hits from a couple of left-handed hitters in the Mariners lineup. This is right off the end of the bat, just trying to stay in there. Just lobs it into left field. Talked about it earlier in the game. The Indians, their outfielders are going to play deep, especially late, trying to protect the 1 run. And that helps out deep, pick up a base hit. His second base hit of the game, 2-for-4, and a lot of speed on the bases.
Both of those guys look like Roger Federer, just dropping one a little lob shot. Here's Segura. 1-for-3 with an RBI. Strike one. Segura, career 0-for-3 against Miller.
Sorry, Dave. Juan Nicasio getting loose in the pen.
He looked good the other night. Very impressive. Tying run at second, go ahead and run at first. Oh man, that could have been very interesting had it stayed fair.
I think he surprised him a little bit with the velocity, 95 miles an hour on that fastball in a late swing.
Dean's RBI single in the 3rd to center came on an 0-2 pitch. He's 0-2 right here with 2 out, 2 on. Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch. Couple of hits. They're left stranded. 1-run lead for Cleveland. Load the app. Play for free and start your streak for a chance at $5.6 million. Download beat the streak today. There we go, top of the 8th inning. Casey Lawrence, who came on with 2 outs in the 5th, has done quite well. Tried all 7 men that he's faced. Got Rajay Davis. It'll be Davis, Alonso, and Zimmer, 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Cleveland. See the Indians again at the end of the month. Swing and miss. In Cleveland last weekend of April, 26, 27, 28, and 29, a 4-game series. Capping off a road trip that starts in Texas and then goes to Chicago by the White Sox. Mike, we got a lot of cold weather games here. Chicago in April, Cleveland in April, San Francisco, Minnesota, and Kansas City.
Pack an extra suitcase for all the gloves and the coats and hats and everything else we're going to need. Yeah.
Good chance we don't see 40 degrees in Minneapolis. Popped it up. Healy with some room, stays with it, 1 out.
The good news with all of that, Dave, is the schedule gets pretty good after we finish up June.
Yeah, good point.
Helps the guys out with the travel.
Yeah, what is it? That one date we don't go past the Mississippi. Come back from Baltimore. That's in June. That's right, June 29th. We come back and we won't go east of the Mississippi again.
Great job by Casey Lawrence.
Outstanding. Retired all 8 men that he faced. Step aside. Come back safe. Go field. Mariners down a run.
On Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Ichiro showed us he's still got it, making an unbelievable catch, robbing a home run in left field. We'll take another few looks at that. We'll head inside the clubhouse to hear from the players, and we will also hear from that man right there, the skipper, Scott Service. Again, all coming up on Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. We'll make sure you're ready for Mike Leake's start as well, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you. Bring in Mike Zepchinski. Threw 1 pitch the other day, got his man.
Well, you look at his numbers from last year. ERA at a 4, 25 strikeouts, over 20 walks. Fastball, slider, changeup.
And the man he got on Thursday night throwing 1 pitch, he got Alonso, soft liner to the shortstop Segura, 7th inning on Thursday night.
So able to jam him with a fastball. His average fastball 93 miles an hour.
Strike 1 to Yonder, 1 out. Nobody on here in the 8th. Yonder did some damage in the 1st inning. Bases loaded, 1-0 pitch, homered into the lower right field stands, a grand slam, 3rd of his career. Shadows may start to take effect here in a few minutes in the home plate area.
A couple of sliders.
quickly out in front.
Alonso 2 for 7 against the Zeppa with the home run.
As you look at the shadows at home plate, they become a problem when they get about halfway out to the mound. There's a look at it. And also the defense. Seager, the only one on the left side, now at the shortstop position.
Struck him out. Big strikeout. 2 down.
For a couple of sliders to get hit, puts him away. It looks like a pretty good fastball. Just throws it by him for Mark. He has some sink to the heater. You'll see him swing over the top of it late and right over the top. Pretty good movement on the two-seamer.
Bouncing ball, Cano on the backhand, throws across his body to retire Bradley Zimmer. 1-2-3 8th. Time to get going here. Coming up, Cano, Cruz, Seager. Sounds like some runs. 6-5 Cleveland. We go bottom 8. Nelson Cruz is grounded out once and has hit the ball really hard. Look at this. Look at that exit velo, 107. That turned out to be a double play. And then first pitch he saw in the 6th. You can hear the crowd ooh and ah for good reason. 109.8. Going to see him and.
It's a little bit concerning not to see him waiting on deck.
That's not
already
good.
He's going to pinch hit for him.
Ooh, that's not good at all.
That is not good.
That's terrible. Nothing, not disparaging Heredia, the fact that Nelly's out. He's as valuable a guy as there is in baseball.
It's late in the ball game. You're down a run.
Man.
That is not a good sign.
Especially him being right-handed against a tough left-hander here. Andrew Miller, Cano 2 for 16 against Miller. Boy, oh boy. Nino on the DL with an oblique, and now Nelly's out of the game here tonight. Goodness gracious. Zimmer started back, comes in, can't get it. Cano digging for second, and he's in there. Tying run at second base. Zimmer playing deep, respecting the power of Cano. Took a couple of steps back and turned out to be a parachute job, and he came up short.
Looks like he has it for a second, then he hits the ground and it comes out of the webbing. And that's exactly what happens. Jars it loose. Great look at our Primera Supermo as the ball goes into the webbing, closes his glove, and then it comes out. And Heredia will end up, let's take a look at the slide by Robinson Cano, but Heredia will hit for Nelson Cruz again, down a run. We'll see how Scott wants to play it.
First at bat for Heredia.
Heredia pinch hitting here for Nelson Cruz. Heredia got in the game on Thursday night, replacing Ichiro, went 0 for 1.
And the corners are in. You can see him square around a bunt.
Nelson Cruz, who hit the ball real hard with a 2-run homer in the 6th, out of the game. We'll get word if and when we get it. Shows bunt early, and bunted it foul.
That was work cut out for him now.
He got it.
Edwin Diaz getting loose in the pen.
Staying with it. Takes for ball 1. Got to get him over. On 2 pitch. He hit it left field. Davis retreats and then comes back. Makes the play. We want you to join the conversation. Up-to-date game information and live interaction. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out. Stay connected with Root Sports. No Nelson Cruz. That is disheartening to say the least. Hopefully he'll have a quick recovery and not miss a significant amount of time.
Good time for Kyle Seager to pick up his first base hit.
Seager 1 for 5 against Miller. Ball 1. Man, oh man.
Looks like Dan Altavilla is also up in the pen.
Auto pitch. Good cut.
And a good pitch to hit. That was the slider. He left it middle, and you can see the location of it. Well, did a good swing on it. Picked it up early. Yeah. The Mariners today 2 for 5, excuse me, with runners in scoring position.
Kyle, a .248 hitter against lefty pitching last year with 8 home runs. 1 and 2. Pitch Henniger's on deck. Miller ready, 1-2 pitch. Boy, how'd he fight that off, huh?
That is so difficult just to stay with it, because that's a slider that started at his hip and barely touches the inside corner, and it was a strike. And Kyle trying to hang in there and just get a piece of it. That'll buy him another pitch.
Andrew Miller out of Tampa, 6'7", 210, played his college ball at the University of North Carolina, as did Seager. Count at 1 and 2, tying run at second. Pitch, swing, and a miss, struck him out. 2 down. Second strikeout for Miller.
Just a perfect pitch, slider right on the outside corner. That's his best pitch. We're going to put Henniger on.
Bring in Ryan Healy.
Yeah, with Healy, he had 25 home runs last year, so Terry Francona putting the go-ahead run on.
First time Miller will face Healy. Tying and go-ahead runs are aboard now. And Francona acknowledging that Well, Henniger's been swinging the bat. Home run earlier in the game. 3 for 3 on Thursday night. Good time for Healy's first Mariner hit.
The thing about Henniger is he also runs well. You know,
Yep.
the Indians play deep in the outfield. They have the entire game, and they are now. They can get around the bases.
25 home runs with Oakland last year for Healy. 18 of them against right-handers. Miller, premier lefty reliever. Oh, good count here for Ryan. Cruz with a twisted ankle, we're told. Huge spot here. Cano at second, Henniger first. 2-1 pitch. Takes for a strike. Outside corner, didn't like it.
Well, he was able to work ahead 2-0, but Miller did not give in to him. Able to get back in the count with a couple of sliders for strikes. Ryan looking for the fastball, did not get it.
Miller ready, 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a vicious slider. Mariners strand 2 to the 9th we go. 1-run Cleveland lead.
With a 1-run lead as we head to the 9th inning. Hey, Mariners All Access returns for another season tomorrow. Get to know D. Gordon, the Mariners' new center fielder. Learn about his approach to the game and his friendship with Ichiro. Plus, Nelson Cruz lets Jen get behind the wheel of his new car. Yep, true story. And drive him to the ballpark. On the way, the Boomstick talks about his dream car and teaching his 5-year-old daughter to drive. It's all tomorrow on Mariners All Access, debuting at noon. Here on Root Sports. I'm hoping that he just like puts his daughter on his lap and lets her steer, not actually drive the car.
She is adorable. He showed me a video one time. Daddy, you didn't go boomstick yesterday.
Adorable.
Dan Altavilla will take over for the Mariners. Fastball mid to upper 90s, hard slider.
Bullpen's been solid today and on Thursday. Lawrence 2 2/3, Zabchinski 2/3 of an inning. Scoreless baseball. Altavilla pitched 2/3 scoreless innings on Thursday, coming in the 6th inning, relieving Felix.
Picked up the big double play ball to get out of the inning. Dan probably had the best spring out of all the relievers. Here's a good fastball, 94 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone. Started him off with a slider on the outside corner at 87.
That forward stride, keeping the shoulder closed, making all the difference in the world for him.
That's the big key for Danny. He's talked about it. Starts to rush a little bit, and that front shoulder will fly open. Lose command.
Gets away from Marjama. Ball and 2 strikes. Gomes, Chisenhall, Lindor, 8-9-1 here, top 9 for the Tribe. 6 runs on 6 hits. Mariners 5 runs on 10 hits. Another big piece of news: Nelson Cruz out with a twisted ankle. And Gomes is sent back packing. 3rd time he's K'd today. He had a 2-run homer in the 4th.
And just a weak swing and a hard slider. You see it out in front of it.
One out brings up Lenny Chisenhall, 1 for 3. Single to right back in the 4th. Two-0. Grand slam by Yender Alonso in the 1st inning off of James Paxton. 4-0 lead for the Tribe before the Mariners get a chance to swing the bat. They close to 4-3 in the 3rd. 2-0 pitch. Fouled off. A run on a home run in the 2nd by Haniger. RBI single Segura and Cano in the 3rd make it 4-3. The Indians got 2 runs back in the 4th. Gomes with a 2-run homer. Mariners drew closer again in the 6th. 2-run homer by Nelson Cruz. That's where we are right now. Mariners are straight at 4 runners in the last 2 innings. They want the bullpen for the Mariners. Done a heck of a job.
They've really pitched well, and for James, he ended up with 4 walks. 3 of them scored.
Three and 1. Ground ball, 1 hopper to Healy. He'll take it himself. 2 down. 2 away. Top of the order, Francisco Lindor coming up. Twitter Tuesday, it's back. Make sure you join us April 3rd during the Mariners game for Twitter Tuesday. You're going to get 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the game. Going to be posting questions. Want to hear from you. So be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at RootsSports_NW. And giveaway rules, you can check those out at rootsports.com. Lindor, beautiful bunt, 2nd inning, 1 for 4. Pushed it up the first baseline, kept it on the grass fair. Paints this one to Cano, and out to Villa. Did his job. A 1-2-3 ninth. Marjama, Ichiro, Gordon coming up. And looks like they're going to get it done against Cody Allen, who's a nasty right-hander. Hope for some high drama here and a Mariner comeback here in the bottom of the ninth. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports Crew, along with 35,881 Mariner fans. Coming up tomorrow, Trevor Bauer, Mike Leake, your pitching matchup on Easter Sunday. Work to do for the Mariners against one of the real good ones in the American League, Cody Allen.
See 92 strikeouts over 67 and a third. Almost at 221. He didn't give up 9 home runs last year. Fastball, curveball, his average fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Daniel Vogelback is going to pinch hit for Mike Margima. 7 home runs in the spring, and he can turn a fastball around. What a great spring he had.
Earned his way onto the ball club. Had little chance at the start of spring, but because of the way he swung it, Dave mentioned the 7 home runs. Really swung the bat well. Was very aggressive on the fastball early.
Cody Allen has put up some tremendous save numbers the last 4 seasons. Good challenge for the young man. First pitch. Ball 1.
Started him off with a curveball in the dirt.
Outstanding spring for Vogelback. Played in just 16 games last year for the Mariners. 1-0 pitch from Allen. Fastball for a strike. Allen, his save totals dating back to the 14 season: 24, 34, 32, and 30. Vogelback likes the fastball. See if he can get one. 1-1 pitch. Gave it a good pass.
Good fastball to hit up out over the plate. First fastball you can see was right on the corner, down and away from him. I'm going to swing at that. I don't blame him. He missed a pretty good fastball right there. Aggressive swing.
That's the thing that made his spring last year. He was looking. This year, hey man, swing that bat, and it worked. 1-2 from Allen. 2-2.
Almost hit him with a curveball, just overthrowing it.
Born in Orlando, family from Charleston, West Virginia, West by God, Virginia. Two pitch. Weak swing, fold him, 1 down.
And this is just another well-located fastball. Had some run to it. Down and away. Reaching for it, just trying to foul it off if he could. Not able to do it.
Ichiro looking for his first career hit against Allen. He's 0 for 4, and you know, with the crowd, you can hear them what they want. They want a base knock from the 44-year-old who's had a heck of a day. 2 for 3 and a home run saving catch.
Well, if he can do it, yeah, it'll be his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
D. Gordon's on deck. Full badly, got a piece. Maybe got a piece. 0-2. Shadow situation here at Safeco Field. Bottom of the ninth, down a run. There's Allen with the 0-2. Breaking ball put in play. Ramirez throws, and he got him on a tag. 2 down. Nice play by Alonso.
Very good play by Alonso. Catch the ball, put the tag, and then hold on to the baseball as Ichiro was running through. Take another look at it. A Primera Supermo. That is a close play. Barely had time to close his glove. It looks like it's towards the end of his glove. Too easily could have come out.
Ooh, man. Snow cone.
But able to hang on to it. You can see it right at the end of his glove.
Yep. Two outs brings up D. Gordon. 0 for 1 against Cody Allen. Ball 1. Couple hits today for D. Runs scored, 2 for 4. Ramirez in at third on the grass. Outfield not deep. 1-0 pitch. And that's going to do it as Davis secures it, and the Indians win it by the count of 6-5. James Paxton dug himself a first inning hole. Mariners never recovered.
Yeah, that was the difference at the grand slam. The other thing you look at with James, just wasn't real sharp. Had 4 walks, 3 of them ended up scoring. Give the Mariners credit, though. They were able to fight back, get back in the ball game. Couple of big home runs. Haniger, he's still hot with his first home run. Nelson Cruz, his second of the season, a 2-run home run to make it 6-5. And Casey Lawrence, what a job he did to hold the score right there, to at least give him a chance in the end.
And bad news, Nelson Cruz twisted ankle. Hopefully he'll be able to go tomorrow. 2 hours and 47 minutes on this one. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Brad and Bill. Fellas.
Well, Dave and Mike, thank you very much. There's the man, Yonder Alonso, a Mariner for a few months last year. The big grand slam in the first inning. Mariners do it last night, Bill. They get the win, and the Indians do it today, even up this series. So the Mariners not going to go 1-6-2-0. That's okay. But
I hope you're not too surprised about that.
I'm not. Nelson Cruz, a little surprised he doesn't come to bat in the 8th inning. We heard a twisted right ankle. We'll get more details on that as our postgame allows. And James Paxton, we'll talk about him as well. Your key to the game, not sharp. And our local 4 keys to the game, we'll get to that. But right now, our Bruce Titus Automotive Group, the game recap. The Mariners lose it again, 6-5. And they get it going in the first inning. They're loaded for Alonso. Ooh, fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, Paxton struggled with his control. Alonso hunting fastball and gets it. Grand salami.
4-0 just like that for the Indians. But the Mariners and their offense, they're going to be able to generate a lot of offense, score a lot of runs to get things going in the second inning. How about Mitch Haniger? Yet to get out this year at this point.
Wow. Up above the scoreboard there for Haniger.
His first in the second, it's 4-1. Then in the third, we get to see hit after hit after hit. Segura 0-2 goes down, gets it. Ichiro able to score. It's 4-2, and then Cano just keeping the line moving.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting, goes the other way, dunks one in, gets another run across. Mariners have put a little fright into the Indians at this point.
4-3, and then Jan Gomes unloads, dead center field. Gordon going back, different which way, turning around, doesn't matter. Gomes first, a 2-run shot at 6-3, and then in the bottom of the 6th, how about Nelly Cruz again?
He's on to some kind of start, although we have to worry about his ankle. But again, no park can hold this guy. Up the middle of the field, a towering shot, very similar to the one he hit on Thursday.
And that made it 6-5 at this point. Again, now they would come out with that right ankle injury. That would be the final score, 6-5, as Paxton takes the loss. Carrasco, the Indian starter, gets the win. Well, a couple of big plays in the game. Ichiro got a couple of knocks, and then the catch that he made. The oldest player in the majors. We go back leading off the third. Here's Ramirez. Looks like a surefire home run, Bill.
He's the only 44-year-old on the planet that can make that play. I mean, straight back at an angle, times it perfectly over the fence. We saw him do this year after year in right field, but a terrific play. And maybe, just maybe, in a subtle way, he's kind of saying, hey, you gonna hook me for defense? Maybe you don't need to hook me for defense. What do you think, Brad?
Look what I can do. So Paxton giving up 2 long balls, almost 3 there, but Ichiro bringing it back. A couple of knocks. He's now number 21 on the all-time list, 3,082 passing. Cap Anson.
Wow.
It's a big name for you guys. So Ichiro.
A little before my time even, Brad.
A little before, that's true. A couple of knocks today, his first in his return to the Mariners. And an interesting play again. Almost could have been a hit or error for Seager here. This was in the 4th inning. Davis, Geyer going for it. They both call for it. Look, Geyer has it. Oh, into Davis's glove. And it stays in there somehow. Indians take it 6-5.